Morning. I am feeling much better this week. Last week, at the end of last week's vlog, on my weekly vlog, I felt a bit lonely, I felt a bit sad, felt a bit down, but I'm feeling better this week. I spent the weekend with my brother. Saturday anyway. Sunday he went back to see his daughters, but on Saturday I spent it with him, just chatting away and laughing and joking like old times, so that really helped. And then when he went, I actually blared my music, you know, when you do when you're a teenager, but when you're a mum you're like, turn the music down. Anyway, I was on my own, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to blare the music. I'm going to make it really loud, and I'm going to dance, and I'm just going to act like a teenager, and I feel great. So maybe when I feel lonely, I just need to get some music on, and I just need to dance away and get all that energy, that negative energy out of my system. So that's what I did, and today I feel great. Absolutely great. It is Tuesday. I didn't record yesterday. I was just busy getting on with things, and I had to pick up my son early from school because he had a dentist appointment, and everything was absolutely great. So no problems there. But they are referring him to the orthodontist, which is many, many years. They don't usually get that till secondary school. But she said his teeth are just starting to overlap a little bit, or just coming out. I can't remember. It was yesterday. Anyway, so the waiting list is that long that he'll need to go on it now. It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. If you want to train to be an orthodontist, you're going to make a ton of money, but I'm terrified of the dentist, so I don't go. I actually take my mum with me when my son goes to the dentist because I'm terrified of them, and I don't want my son to be terrified of them, and I feel like if I go in there with him, he's going to feel that nervous energy. The sun's just come out. He's going to feel that nervous energy off of me, and I don't want that for him. So I thought the best thing to do was take mum and she goes in with him, and I'm building my confidence up to go in with him so that I don't pass that anxiety and stress over. Maybe I'm doing a wrong thing, I don't know, but I just feel like it's the best thing to do because I don't want him to be scared of the dentist like I am, and I know quite a lot of people are. Let me know if you are scared of the dentist. Anyway, back to what's been going on. Last night, we had the hot water bottles in bed. Don't know why. It wasn't overly cold. I think it's just a habit. And my son's hot water bottle burst. Luckily, he wasn't in the bed. We were actually doing our teeth when the hot water bottle burst. And he got back in and he sat in the water, jumped straight out because obviously it was hot and he was just a little bit wet, but no burns. He's absolutely fine. But the whole hot water bottle leaked out over my bed. So my son went into his bed as normal, and then I was going to try and sleep in with him, or I was going to sleep at the end of his bed, and he ended up kicking me. So I ended up sleeping on the floor. So if I see big black eyes, that's why, because I'm absolutely exhausted, but I'm staying in a happy mood. So that was what happened last night, and then today I've been doing bits and pieces, and tomorrow I'm going shopping with my dad because I found a car, but I'd like my dad to come with me as well. My brother was there, but he was too busy sorting out his own cars because he needs one. So I've just rang my dad and he's going to come shopping with me tomorrow and look at this car. There's one in one garage and there's another garage like 2 minutes down the road. I want to go and look at one there as well. So we will see. Hopefully by the end of next week I am going to have a new car, but we will see. Other than that, nothing really exciting happening. I am in a spring cleaning mood. You know, it's not quite spring yet, but I'm in a spring cleaning mood and I want to declutter again. At this time every year, I get in that little, right, everything's got to go kind of mood. So I'm doing a little bit of a declutter in my room this weekend. Even though it's my weekend to have my son, my ex is going to have him for a day because he's travelling off to New Zealand for 2.5 weeks. So I said that if you want to have our boy for a day and spend some extra time with him before you go away, then you can. So he's just letting me know when he can do that. That gives me a little bit extra time just to catch up with some work before, obviously, I'm going to have a very full-on couple of weeks. But obviously I take him, I'm his mum. But yeah, I'm sorry for the big black eyes, but I'm very tired where I've been sleeping on the floor. Just one night, my bed's now nice and dry with the hairdryer, half an hour with a hairdryer trying to get it dry. Then I flip the mattress. So everything's sorted now, but I am going to go and get lunch because it is 11:45. So I'm going to go and make myself some lunch, and then I'm going to go out for a nice long walk before I pick up my son from school, because it's actually quite sunny outside. So I'm going to go and enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it. Hopefully spring is coming and put us all in a better mood. Anyway, I will catch up with you tomorrow and let you know how the car shopping went. It's Wednesday and I've just come back looking at cars with my dad, and I got a new car. Yes, I have a new car. I haven't got it yet. Obviously, it needs a bit of work doing to it. There's just a little rattle, and the dealer said he doesn't want to sell it to me until he sorted out that rattle. So it's going in the garage this afternoon, and then on Friday or Saturday I can go and pick up my new car. So my budget for a car was £6,000. That's all I had. I know I'm not going to get a brand new car. I don't need a brand new car. I don't need to skimp myself out on insurance or anything else. I need a good, decent car that is going to get me around. I don't really travel too far out. The furthest I'm going to be driving this year is Butlins, which in Bognor Regis, and then my dad is taking us to Southampton to go. Where am I going? Where am I going? Southampton? Disney Cruise. I forgot. So I did that. So my budget was 6,000. I got it for just under 5. So really happy with that. I also part exchanged my car, which made the price go down a little bit too. So I'm happy. I got an extra £1,000 left in my savings. So now I've got to start saving again. But this one's a big one. I'm saving for something bigger. I'm saving for a home this time. I want a new home, but that's going to take a few years. But I will tell you something that's weird, and a lot of people might not agree with this, or you might not believe in it, and that's absolutely fine. But I've been looking more into manifestation. I mentioned it in a video a few weeks back. So I'm looking more into manifestation, and I've been working on manifesting a new car. And I've been working on getting a little bit extra money. And over the last 2 days, I unexpectedly got an extra bit of money. I got an extra bit of money from someone who kindly said that they wanted to give me and my brother some money. So that's very nice of them. And I got a new car. So 2 things on my list of manifestation has actually come true. Now, you cannot believe in this stuff, and that's absolutely fine. I don't think that everyone should believe in what I believe in. I think we're all different and we all believe something different, and I feel that we need to respect what everyone else believes. We don't need to judge them. It's their choice. We have to respect it. It worked. This manifestation that I've been doing has worked so far. So I'm going to see how the rest of the year goes. But let me know if you are in manifestation. But this is turning out, and look, the sun is shining on my face as I actually tried to get off the sofa and couldn't. That, yes, I am happy. This week is starting off to be a good week. Positive thinking can change your life. Even in negative times, just got to stay positive. But I'm really happy. I've got a new car. I pick it up on Saturday. My son is going to love it because at the moment I've got a very, very old car that you actually have to put down the locks. You don't have a button to open the car up. You have to lift them all up. That's how old my car is. But now this one, it's a square key, which is really weird. It's a Renault, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So I'm going to have a hot chocolate because I deserve one. And plus I can't afford to buy one anymore because I just spent all my money. And I'm going to get on with some work and watch something fun that I love to watch. So that is what I'm going to be doing over the next few hours before my son comes home from his dad. But yes, so far, positive week. Okay, I need hot chocolate. I'll speak to you later. It's Friday and still on a high from the week. It's been a good week. Last week was a little bit lonely. I felt a little bit sad. Wasn't having very good positive thoughts. And I know that we can't have positive thoughts all the time because we're human beings, you know, we're going to have those negative thoughts too. But yeah, last week was a bit rubbish. This week, much better week. As I said previously, I got a car, and my dad came into a little bit of money, and he very kindly gifted my brother and I a little bit extra money, which was really, really kind of him. So that's a win as well. Not much, but a good amount that's going to help. Anyway, so that I was extremely grateful for that. And I've been working on manifesting. As I said, not a lot of people believe in it, and that's fine. I respect anyone who believes in it or not believes in it. That's great. But I found myself getting in a bit of a rut, and I thought I really want to look at this manifesting more. What have I got to lose? That's what I thought. What have I actually got to lose? Because all I'm doing is putting positive thoughts and putting out into the universe what it is that I want, and aligning up my thoughts and my feelings and my actions all together. And if nothing comes of it, nothing comes of it. And if it does, it's a bonus. So I really had nothing to lose. So I did that. And this week I bought a new car. I've been coming to a little bit of money, not a lot, but a little bit of extra money. And I just feel much better in myself, which is the biggest win of all, is how I feel inside, because that's what I need to focus on. I need to focus on how I feel. So it's all good having the materialistic things, but if we don't feel good about it, if we're not feeling joy or happiness or feeling good about ourselves, then, you know, it is what it is. It doesn't really work. Anyway, I did have a bit of a rough night last night. Let me sit down. Because on Wednesday when I got home, I didn't have time for lunch. So I grabbed one of those Belvita bars. My mum brought them home from work, and I thought, oh, I'll just have one of them. Big mistake, huge, never do that again. I had the worst stomach all of Wednesday evening and all of Thursday. My stomach was so bloated, it looked like I was 6 months pregnant. I struggled to even walk sometimes because I felt so heavy and so uncomfortable. I obviously can't eat those kind of things. Like anything with like wheat in, I can't go near it because I was in agony. I was in so much pain. And it didn't help that the previous 2 nights, Monday and Tuesday, I slept on the floor of my son's room because the hot water bottle burst and the mattress was still soaking wet on Tuesday. It was still wet on Tuesday, so I left it, I let it air out and let it dry. It's all dry now, everything's fine. Wednesday and Thursday, and then tonight, and then from now on I'll be sleeping back in my bed again. But my son was a little bit scared of it, and he was like, oh, I'm just going to sleep downstairs on the sofa. And he was like, no, mummy, don't sleep downstairs. And so I slept in with him for a little bit, but he's a fidget, and he kept kicking me. So I ended up just getting the quilt and making like a makeshift sleeping bag and sleeping on the floor for 2 nights. And I was exhausted. Then I had the stomachache. So it hasn't been like all perfect, but I got some sleep. In the last couple of nights, I've got a better night's sleep. And my stomach today, Friday, feels like it is starting to go back to normal. I'm not as bloated. I still am bloated. Still very hard, but not as bloated as I was. Sorry, I had to stop and then restart because they're drilling next door. They drill all the time. It's just non-stop drilling, constantly. It can start at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes they don't finish till 9 o'clock at night. But they, obviously the law is that, you know, you have to stop drilling by, you have to stop making noise by like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So it's just really, really annoying. And I don't understand why they make that much noise, because they have a little boy who's autistic, and he must be about 4 or 5, because he does go to school now. He's only in reception, so yeah, 4 or 5. And it's just like, you're drilling and banging at 9 o'clock at night. I don't know if you can hear him banging now. It's like, surely he's staying up as well. So yeah, it's just a little bit frustrating now and again. But my goal is for the end of 2026 is to move out of this house and move into another house. So at the moment, I'm in this whole, I'm decluttering and getting rid of as much stuff as I possibly can. Again, it's a manifestation technique. So when you make room for something, something new will come in. But if you have got lots of stuff in your life and it's completely a mess and you're not making room for it, then, you know, you're stopping things coming into your life. I actually saw it on Steve Harvey, the comedian, but also now a talk show host. And he was saying something about his car. When he was younger, he told his mum that he was going to get a new car. And his mum said, before you get a new car, maybe you should clean up and get rid of the one that's in the garage. Because they're obviousin very religious and they do all the stuff with God and prayer and all that, and that's, you know, I just feel like whatever you believe in, you believe in. Anyway, she said that God won't bring anything in until something is moved. So he fixed up his old car, he sold it, he cleaned up the garage, and then a short time later he got another car. It wasn't like a brand new car, it was a used car, but it was a new car. And it's just like, if you want something new to come into your life, you need to get rid of stuff to be able to open up space for it to come in. So that's what I'm going to do. I want a new home, and I don't want to take half the crap I've got in this house into the next house, because I'll be getting a smaller home because it's just me and my son. So I don't want a massive home anymore. I don't need it. So I just want a smaller home. So my plan is to get rid of as much as I possibly can. I've been chatting to my son because a lot of your advice was to have a chat with him. And he is more inclined to start getting rid of a few things now. Not everything, and some things he's like, Mum, I'm not sure I want to get rid of that. And I'm like, okay, if we're not sure, we won't get rid of it, and we'll revisit it in a couple of weeks' time. And it just seems to be a little bit more of a calmer conversation with him. So that's what we are doing. We're going through just a few things now and again, or I'll just find something, go, so do you want to keep this? And he's just like, nah, not really, or I'm not sure. And we put it back until he's absolutely sure, because it is his stuff, you know. And if someone come into my life and just started emptying all my stuff out, I'd be really annoyed, because it's my stuff. How kind of dare you just take all my stuff? And only because he's a child, what gives me the right just to throw all his stuff away without consulting him, without talking to him first? So that's kind of like where I sit with it. I don't just kind of want to grab all this stuff, put it in a black bag and bin it. Some stuff I will. Some stuff that I think this is literally just rubbish, he's not going to miss this at all, like little McDonald's toys or something, I'll just throw away. But if it is something that someone's bought him, or something that he's bought with his own money, I don't feel that I have the right to throw his stuff away. He should be treated as equal as I would be treated if someone did that to me. So that's where I stand on it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And now it is March, which is the perfect excuse for a spring clean. Anyone else doing a spring clean, let me know. And if you would like me to do like a little video series on me decluttering and getting rid of things ready to move, then do let me know. And I will do a little video series on it. Maybe once a month I'll do a video series of things I'm decluttering. I'll do the whole month of me decluttering bits and pieces, and I'll put the video together. So if you want to see that, then do let me know in the comments and I'll get that sorted, because I do have to go in the attic and get all that stuff down too. My mum said she would help me do that. But yeah, right now I am going to carry on with some work, and I am going to wait for the phone call to tell me my car is ready, and I can go and pick that up tomorrow. So all is good, all is exciting. I'm going to end the vlog here so that I can get on with what I need to get on with, and I can sort my car out. I might put a little clip at the end of this with my new car and getting my new car and everything. If I haven't, I will put that in next week's vlog. But let me know in the comments, like, what you think of manifestation. Is it something you believe in or not? And again, there's no judgment, and I respect what anybody believes in and not believe in. We're all different, and we don't need to argue over it. We just need to respect each other's opinions and wishes and stuff like that. So what do you feel? Where do you stand on manifestations? And not so much the spirituality stuff, maybe just the manifestation. Are you doing a spring clean, declutter as well? And if you got any goals for this 2025 and 2026, I'd love to know. And on the final note, I am also thinking of starting email list where every single week I send you an email in your email inbox. So just to connect with you more, really, because I love when you all comment, and I love chatting to you through the comments. It's so nice, it's so lovely to build that community, that I'd like to maybe communicate with you in a different way. And I'm not really on social media as much anymore. I find that I was getting too anxious and too stressed with it. But I feel like if I wrote an email once a week and we can exchange emails, I think that would be absolutely lovely. So if you would consider signing up to an email list, let me know in the comments, and I will get that sorted as well. So there's a blog coming, there's a podcast coming, and hopefully a weekly email newsletter will be coming as well. So I'm progressing. I'm progressing. So thank you so much for watching this vlog. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.